New at 11, the Spirit of Norfolk put out a service in summer of 2022 after a fire broke out on board. Will now have a second life. Derek Lytle joins us with a look at where you can catch a glimpse of the ship more than 100 feet down on the ocean floor. Derek.
Yeah, hey, Dana, the Spirit of Norfolk saw decades of cruising, creating memories for those who climbed aboard. And after that fire, it sat until Tim Mullane with Colleen Marine says his team over there bought it and transformed it into an artificial reef, now sitting on the coast of Florida.
Captain, I have an emergency right now. I believe I have a fire in the engine room.
A smoke-filled day, a fire on Spirit of Norfolk, closing the chapter of the vessel's cruising days. In stepped Tim Mullane months later with Colleen Marine Incorporated, a company in towing and salvage looking to give the Spirit new life.
Number one artificial reef maker that nobody's heard of.
Mullane calls his work the equivalent of a funeral home director, a vessel that was declared a $5 million total loss. He says the cleaning process was no joke.
Spirit of Norfolk was a basket case. It was, it was bad. It had, it had insulation hanging out of its overheads. It had it hanging out of the walls. It was a mess. It was a post-fire mess.
Once the ship was presentable through a sale involving the U.S. military, it fell into the hands of Destin Fort Walton Beach in Florida. Their natural resources chief, Alex Fogg, says it was sunk in late June to create an artificial reef, joining a fleet of roughly 15 large vessels sunk on the ocean floor. The material perfect to create its own thriving ecosystem.
Natural organisms to be able to attach to your sponges, your barnacles, and other encrusting organisms. That then provides additional habitat for the smaller critters, and then the bigger critters, and then the bigger. So then you end up a fully functioning ecosystem after a couple years.
A dual purpose, an underwater museum. Fogg says each ship picked has a story worth visiting. Some divers already visiting the Spirit of Norfolk, pumping dollars into their local economy.
It's also attracting a lot of people to the destination to go diving. So it becomes a tourism attraction as well. Kind of a win-win for everything involved.
For Mullane, he says the Spirit of Norfolk was important to the millions who cruised on it, and he's proud to give it a new home underwater.
That's historical, so it's a little more important that instead of just chopping up into little pieces, that they can go on to a second life like this.
Now, Fogg says anyone visiting who wants to see the Spirit of Norfolk can do so. There are several dive companies out there that will take you out to see it. He says they are close to acquiring the SS United States as well, which also has local ties here to Newport News. Derek Lytle, 13 News Now.
All right, thanks so much, Derek. And Fogg says each ship they sink could support an ecosystem for more than 200 years.